What's up, people? So we're back with another video. I hope you all have a good weekend and stay safe. I just really want to quickly thank you all for supporting my movement on YouTube and supporting my clothing brand. I really do appreciate you all. I always have and I always will. And for you haters, just keep hating, because you're going to be hating on me even more in time to come. But anyway, people, this one that I'm bringing for you all today is all about how drugs get inside of prisons. So let's get into it. So there's a lot of ways on how drugs get inside of prisons, but no matter what prison you look at, they all basically get in the exact same methods, apart from certain methods might not work due to, you know, the understaffing, or it could be more secure. You know, there's other factors of actually, you know, getting the drugs in, but there's definitely a lot of drugs in prison. And you know, if anything, there can actually be more drugs in prison than the streets, because the drugs are worth 10 times as much than what they are on the streets. Now, the very first main way, of course, is bringing it up your rear end when you come into prison. And a lot of people do. Now, you do get strip searched and you get, you know, body searched when you do come into prison, but that doesn't stop from people actually bringing stuff in, not just drugs, you know, other things on top of it as well. Now, the next one is for this spice stuff that everyone was selling, and a lot of people were taking in the prisons that I was going to, that was smoking this paper stuff. Now, it's basically, you know, this spice that was like herbal, you know, but it's on a paper form, and literally people would literally, you know, send the letter in, and so many will get caught, so many won't. Now, they do have these devices that scan the paper to stop, you know, any drugs coming in on the paper, but you know, it still comes in, and it's just flooding the complete system with, you know, the paper. Now, when I was in prison, I thought there was going to be, you know, quite a variety of drugs, which there is. Not that I took any in there, but the main drug that seems to be kicking in prison, is, you know, the spice. And the reason that is because it's easy to get in, and the price of it is, you know, absolutely crazy. You know, for a little stamp, you're talking about £50. You know, it's absolutely crazy, and people are literally smoking the stuff, getting a high for 20 minutes, and they're chasing it up again. It's literally like, you know, the heroin. If you compare it to the heroin, it's worse than that. All the heroin users are on that spice stuff. Now, for the drones, as you've seen on social media, people throwing stuff over walls and certain things like that happening. It can happen, like I said, depending on the secureness of the prison, but nowadays it's not so much of the drones or people throwing it over. It's more from, you know, visitations, which is a very main one of actually, you know, drugs coming in. Even though you have the bosses, the screws watching you, you know, it's so easy and deceitful to get drugs in on a visitation. It's absolutely crazy. Now, there's other ways of getting drugs in as well, which are the screws that actually work in the prison system that do bring in and sell drugs themselves. Now, I'm not saying every screw does it, or, you know, you have 10 screws actually doing it. Like I said, for every prison that you do go to, you'll get that 1 or 2 corrupt prison officers that will be doing what they're doing. Now, when I was in the second prison, there was an officer that was basically letting all of these paper you know, spice stuff slide coming in, so when they're on shift, you know, it's easier for them to control the prisoners. Now, that's what I said to you all before. When you're inside of prison, the screws, the guards don't mind you being on drugs, as when it's bang up time, you know, it's easier for them just to open your door and you just walk in. And if you're laying on the floor, you know, fucked, excuse my language, then all they need to do is get, you know, people to pick you up, or pick you up themselves and chuck you in, and that's it, shut your door, you know. So definitely 100%, it does make their life easier. And you do get, you know, the screws that don't tolerate drugs and does try to clamp down, and you know, it's just a thing, it's a losing battle for them, and it will always be like that. But I do hope that you all did enjoy this video. I've got plenty of more content coming. Do stay safe, people. Stay out of prison, stay off the streets, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.